So Xbox is saved, right? Right? Xbox is now saved. All the issues of Xbox are gone now. Call of Duty Black Ops is coming to Game Pass, right? This was the big thing, right? This was the thing that we all knew needed to happen if Xbox is ever going to take back the reins from PlayStation. And now it's happening. So, Xbox is saved, right? And look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We really need to talk about this because what just happened right now might be the biggest, most defining moment of Xbox ever. Right? This was supposed to be the big, whatever you want to put there. This is supposed to be it. This is the one. This is the full resurrection of the Xbox brand. Because right now, the brand is bad. And this is the big one. Putting Call of Duty on Game Pass is the big one. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it with two questions. Because really, there really is only two questions about this. If anybody's suggesting to you that there's more questions, no, there isn't. There's only two questions. Only two questions. And before I tell you what those two questions are, let me just say this. You already know that there's only two questions. Right now, you're probably thinking, I don't know what this question is. What is he talking about? But the moment I say it, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that is really the only two questions. There's only two questions. That's this. Number one, are you going to get Game Pass for Call of Duty? That's the number one question. Number two question, are you going to get the Xbox for Call of Duty with Game Pass? That's the number two questions. Those are the only two questions that matter. Nothing else matters. Those are the only two questions. So, what's your answer? Are you going to get Call of Duty? Are you going to get Game Pass for Call of Duty? Or, if you don't own an Xbox, are you going to get the Xbox for Call of Duty now that it's on Game Pass? Here's my simple answer. No and no. I will not get Game Pass for Call of Duty. And I will not buy an Xbox for Call of Duty for Game Pass. I won't do it. There's no reason for me to do it. And I suspect that this would be the conclusion. Yes, there are people out there who think that this is going to automatically mean that Xbox is back. But I sincerely hope it doesn't. I sincerely hope that Call of Duty doesn't do very much for Xbox. Does that sound mean? It might, but it really isn't. Because the thing is this, I don't want Xbox to become a Call of Duty company. I just don't. Call of Duty doesn't need Xbox. It never has. Call of Duty is going to sell by itself no matter what. Xbox bought Call of Duty not to improve Call of Duty, but they really bought it to try and defeat Sony somehow. Yes, I will maintain this. I've said this from the beginning. Go look at all of my past videos. I have said this from the beginning, and I still believe it to be true. Phil Spencer bought Call of Duty to make it exclusive to Xbox. I will continue to maintain this. The plan for Call of Duty was a simple one. They were going to buy Call of Duty, and as soon as the deal with PlayStation runs out, they were going to release a new Xbox with Call of Duty exclusive. That was the plan. I don't care if anybody says no, it wasn't. Trust me, that was the plan. Why do I know that? How did I know that? Why do I think that? Because Jim Ryan does not ever tweet. The only time Jim Ryan ever tweeted was to make a claim, was to say that Phil Spencer. Okay, let me clarify this a bit. The one time that Jim Ryan tweeted, his tweet was to clarify what was happening with the Call of Duty deal. And Jim Ryan said that what Phil Spencer was trying to do is to give them 3 years and then take Call of Duty away. That was the plan. And this is the same time we started finding out that the new Xbox might be coming out earlier than we thought it would. Yes, I believe the plan was to buy Call of Duty, and once the contract ran out with PlayStation, to make it an exclusive. So now they cannot make it an exclusive. So why does this matter? Even though people think that the plan was originally to put Call of Duty on Game Pass after the whole 10-year deal, no, it actually wasn't. Xbox is going to lose a lot of money by putting Call of Duty on Game Pass. They have to do it because they've promised people that. That's why they have to do it. It does not benefit them to put Call of Duty on Game Pass at all. They just have to do it because that's what they promised. Your brand is already so bad, you can't tarnish it anymore by doing the one thing, by not doing the one thing you promised people that you would do. That's why Call of Duty is on Game Pass. But here's a couple questions, right? What is the benefit of Game Pass? People come, I know, people come to my to the channel to say Game Pass has been great. No, honestly, I don't think Game Pass is great at all. I don't have Game Pass. I used to have it. I canceled it. It really wasn't doing much for me. Well, all those games, honestly, I can tell you all the hundreds of games that I have on Steam that I have yet to play. This is the reason why I don't have Game Pass. You see, all of these games, most of these games, I haven't played them. And this is just on my Steam account. What do you think I have on my PlayStation account? Even more games that I haven't played. What do you think I have on my Epic account? Even more games that I haven't played. The reason why Game Pass has completely failed is because everybody's already doing what Game Pass promised with no extra effort. The problem with Game Pass is that it was supposed to be a place where Xbox gave us brand new Xbox games for us to play. But 4 years on, we haven't gotten any of that. So yeah, Game Pass is useless for me. Guys, I have Cyberpunk on here. I have only played like 5 hours of Cyberpunk. Elden Ring, I got it. Name the game, I got it. And here's my point. I'm not the only one. Most people have all these games. This is why Game Pass has not been anything. Everything that Game Pass is doing, everybody else is doing it. What's swimming in so much games, I don't need to pay you $20 a month to play more games. I already got all of that. So that's why I am not buying Game Pass for Call of Duty. I'll just buy Call of Duty at full price. Call of Duty at full price will still be cheaper than Call of Duty on Game Pass. But then that leads to a question. Is there any incentives for Game Pass Call of Duty? Because remember that 10-year deal that Xbox was signing and giving to everybody just to secure Call of Duty? And what was the biggest promise of that 10-year deal? For those who maybe don't remember, because I know somebody's going to come on this video and they're going to say something like, Xbox is going to be, Call of Duty is going to be so much better on Xbox. You'll see, they're going to offer things. And I'm just going to remind you, what was the biggest deal of that 10-year deal that Xbox was passing around? Full parity. They said it over and over again. I do not think Call of Duty can have anything special on Game Pass. Trust me, Xbox lawyers are trying to find a loophole to get people that. They're trying to find it. But I don't think so that would be the question. What would be the justifiable loophole that they can use legally that will also make people stop playing the game on PlayStation to get Xbox? So, will Call of Duty on Xbox do very much for Xbox? Honestly, I don't think it will at all. I really don't think it will. I think it's gonna give Game Pass like a less than 1% bump. Legitimately, I think that's how it's gonna come out of it. Because what else is gonna come out of it? If you've been playing Call of Duty for the past 10 years, all of your Call of Duties are on the console you've been playing it on. And if that console has been the PlayStation consoles, yeah. All of your Call of Duty has been on those consoles. Why would you just switch it now? And that's only assuming that the only game you play is Call of Duty. And yes, I think we overestimate the number of people who only play Call of Duty, because people who only play Call of Duty probably also play Fortnite, right? And probably also play other types of shooters that are like Call of Duty. So, will Call of Duty increase the number of Game Pass subscription? No. And honestly, I'm going to be frank about it. I don't want it to. I do not want Xbox to become a Call of Duty company. There is a legitimate route right now to where in the next 3 years, Xbox big title and only major title will be Call of Duty. There is a legitimate point coming up where Xbox might not even experiment anymore when it comes to games, because they're making so much money with Call of Duty and other Activision and Blizzard games. That combined with Starfield and Halo and Gears of War, right? There's a real possibility that in the next 4 to 5 years, Xbox just becomes a four game company. Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty, and Blizzard. And Kings, I guess. Right? Perfect Dark, we don't know anything about that, right? We don't know what's coming. So, to end this quick talk, that is a question. 1, will you get Game Pass to play Call of Duty? Secondly, if you do not own an Xbox, will you actually buy an Xbox just so you can get Call of Duty on there on Game Pass? Honestly, I don't think anyone will do that. Personally, I think the number of people that will do that is going to be astronomically low. And I think that's the reason why they're going to put it on Game Pass, because they already know the number won't be high enough. They're not, in other words, they're not going to lose enough money from Call of Duty to put it on Game Pass, so they're going to put it on Game Pass, because it's really not going to move the needle. The original plan, though, would have moved the needle. And I will maintain that the original plan was to make Call of Duty an exclusive once the deal ran out with PlayStation. That was the original plan, and that plan backfired. So, thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. About the channel, there's some stuff still coming. I am working on a video right now that's going to drop this weekend, and I already got my next monitor arriving that I'm going to review, probably coming in a couple of weeks. I'm going to go on vacation for a little bit, but yeah, so that's what's happening on the channel. As always, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I do stream on Twitch, same name, YTD33 TV. So I do stream on Twitch if you guys want to come join me on there for all these discussions. Everything I'm saying right now happens over on Twitch. So if you want to be a part of it, YTD33 TV. Thanks y'all for watching. Have a wonderful night.